Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. This week we are putting a Pixar movie and relating it to a Disney movie. Now, many of you guys are probably thinking, they're both by Disney, of course, what's the problem with doing that? It's just, most theorizers mainly have like a whole universe for Pixar and then a different universe for Disney, but today we're just going to break that and relate a Disney movie to a Pixar movie. But before we go any further, we have a quick question for you guys. Can you guess the movie from these emojis? The answer will be at the end of the video, and also there will be a secret item appearing throughout the video. You have to tell us in the field section down below, A, what that item is, and B, how many times it appeared in the video. And before we go any further, please make sure you've hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. One of the oldest and probably most well-known Pixar theory is of course the theory that Boo from Monsters Inc. could be the witch from Brave. I mean, this theory is so popular that so many people have covered it, and so many theory YouTubers and so many theory websites, and I had heard of this theory before I had even heard of any other movie theory, and that was before I had even started thinking about making theories on YouTube. I had heard of this theory. This theory was so big. There's only like one other Pixar theory that could sort of match it, which is of course the Toy Story theory, where people theorize that Emily could be Andy's mum. So this theory that Boo from Monsters Inc. and the witch from Brave as being a theory is so huge. The way the theory works is that in Brave we see the witch come out of her house, click her fingers, then go back through her door, and suddenly her room has completely changed. Now, most of you might think that's magic, but you've got to remember that Boo travelled to the monster world. She has seen the doors and she knows that they can like go to different parts in time. So when she got older, what if she actually tried to use this method of the doors? And seeing as the monsters are going back in time, this would make sense for her, as she could now go back in time to ancient Scotland. And also, we get to see the reason why she would be doing this is because she would be looking for Sully. Now, if you also don't believe us, why does the witch have a wood carving of Sully in her office? And do you know what's the strange part about this? Is that the witch turns everyone into bears. And what is Sully? Literally the evolution of a bear. In fact, without this theory, the whole concept of the idea of the Pixar theory, every single Pixar movie being in this one huge timeline, wouldn't really work. I mean, Boo is the key person in this. She travels back in time and is the witch in Brave, and she's basically the whole reason how the Pixar theory can work. And without her being the witch from Brave, the Pixar theory barely even works. So, which got me wondering, could Boo be someone else as well as the witch? So, could the witch be Boo, and could Boo be also someone else? Like, before she gets to ancient Scotland and gives Merida the cake so that her mum turns into a bear, before she turns into that witch, who was she before that? So today we're going to find out who. Now, you'll remember me saying before about how today we're going to sort of break the rules and allow a Pixar movie to relate to a Disney movie. And today we're going to find out who Boo was before she became the witch. And there is a character that is exactly like the witch in Brave, but is in a Disney movie and not a Pixar movie. And this movie has recently had a live action remake of it done, and that was only in 2017. That's right, you've guessed it, this character is from Beauty and the Beast. Now, some of you might have already worked this out at home. Who in Beauty and the Beast is A, magical, and B, likes to turn people into bears, or is at least fond of bears, because Boo loves Sully, who is literally the evolution of a bear, and the witch turns people into bears. So Who does that in Beauty and the Beast? That's right, the Enchantress, or as we know from the 2017 version, Agatha. Guys, it all makes perfect sense that Boo could have turned into Agatha than the witch. Now, we know that Agatha is magical. I mean, she puts a spell on a whole castle and turns them into different items. So, she is definitely magical. So, here is my theory. Boo grew up, used the door method, and tried to find Sully. She then starts learning magic because she thinks that could help her, and she uses the door method to go back in time to France. And then she grows up as Agatha in France, and we know what she does in Beauty and the Beast. And she then sees that, and she then uses this power, this magic of her, and manages to turn people into beasts. And the beast is literally a bear, literally the same. She then, after Beauty and the Beast is over and the Kingdom of France has learnt their lesson, she then goes back in time to ancient Scotland and becomes the witch, and is still on the hunt for Sully. I mean, have you seen how similar the bear, the beast, and Sully are? They literally are the same things. They're literally just ancestors of each other. Speaking of looking similar, in the original Beauty and the Beast, we didn't even know that her name was Agatha. We just knew it was the Enchantress, and we didn't get to see that many pictures of her. We only got to see this picture and of when she's given the rose, and then the other picture of when she turns into this beautiful person. But in the live action movie, we get to see what she really looks like, and she looks a lot like when Boo is the witch, but this time a younger version. Both of them also use magic, so if you don't believe that Boo is the witch, then you could at least believe that Agatha is the witch. But for this theory, we're going to say that Boo turns into Agatha, who then turns into the witch. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this theory. If you did enjoy this theory, then please like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As I said before, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so we would appreciate any help. Tell us in the field section down below what you think. If you think Boo grows up to become Agatha, then the witch. Tell us all that in the field section down below. And the answer to the emoji question is how to train your dragon. If you did get that right, then please tell us that in the field section down below. Also, did you find our missing item? If you did, then tell us what the item was in the field section down below and how many times it appeared in the video. And that's all I've got for you today, guys. I will see you later.